Hi, I'm Alex Archibald. I've been buying and selling antiques since I was a kid. Over the years, generations of our family have gotten involved in the business, and I'll search just about anywhere I can to find hidden treasures both big and small. I never know what I'll turn up next. It's about exploring new places, seeing new sights, and having fun. And even though sometimes I get over my head, we try and make things a little better along the way. This is Curiosity. Hey guys, and welcome to today's episode. I am on my way right now. I'm en route to go pick up what I presume will be a truckload of estate sale items. Now, I was given a heads up that there was some stereo equipment, some old t-shirts and things that might have some value. And I paid the equivalent of basically $600 US for this entire pile of stuff. I gotta go load up right now. We'll get it home and we'll see exactly what we found. And hopefully there'll be enough profit in there to make this deal make sense. But so the risk when you do this for a living is that sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. And hopefully today's the day where we can end up. So off we go. Let's go load up a truck and then we'll do a little discovery once I get back to the house. I am back, guys, and here's my load of stuff. The whole back of the truck is filled with stuff. It's a big comic book. Legion of Superheroes. Omnibus Volume 1. Still sealed, and what was this thing new? $195 Canadian, brand new. Don't know what the going rate on that would be now, but it's a sign there might be some cool collectibles in here. Let's get this unpacked and brought in and we'll see what we found. Okie dokie, here is my pile of stuff. So the total I paid was $900 Canadian or $650 US. Quite a difference in the currency there. But already I'm seeing a couple things that look promising. One, little box here marked Game Boy. Those, especially if it's a vintage Game Boy, can actually sell quite well. Okay, what do we have? Oh, cool. Not only is there a Game Boy in here, and I don't know if it works. Hopefully that battery compartment isn't all trash. No, it looks okay. And what games do we have? Kicks or Quicks? And Super Mario Land 2. And it looks like the instructions for that. There's a Game Boy. Lots of people watching might have memories of those. And then there's one of these, which I never had. It's a Sony Watchman. They had the Sony Walkmans, which were little radios. And this was a little portable TV that you could actually carry around with you and watch a show. This is before they knew we'd all have cell phones that did the exact same thing. But kind of a neat and weird piece of technology that you don't really ever see. So that's cool. This box is labeled Doug's Pipes, Cleaners, and Rack. And what's a Game Boy worth? Maybe $60, $70 if it's in working condition. More if it would have had the box and all that stuff, but still. Okay. All right. We got some fancy smoking pipes. Carved pipes. My dad used to smoke pipe. There's actually quite a number of them in here. It'd be nice if there was a meerschaum pipe. That's kind of a fancier one. Aluminum. Meerschaum pipes usually are figural. Okay, that's the rack. That's a little bit of tobacco left over. So it looks like kind of just a neat assortment of pipes. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. That one's leather wrapped. All sorts of different types of pipes. Okay, that's neat. In here, these were giveaways in Canada here at McDonald's. Hockey, they were goalie masks. So Ed Belfour, Felix Potvin. So these are probably from like the 90s, something like that. I don't know the exact date these things came out, but they can sell between $5 and $10 each. So, you know, we've got 3, 6, 9, probably 14 or 15 in that box. and a whole other box of them here. Rangers, Mike Richter. So if they went for, you know, even $5 or $10 a piece, there's a couple $100 just in these little plastic goalie masks. So there's a couple $100 back right there. There was some stereo equipment, and I must say, a lot of times the stereo equipment isn't that great that I find at an estate, but this stuff all had its boxes. And on top of it, okay, we got a Marantz turntable in the box here. And I should open that up just to make sure that it is what it is inside, and I'm not just looking at an empty box. Yep, it's in there. And it looks like it even has cleaning solution. There's some accessories and stuff. I don't know where the mat is for it. Hopefully at the bottom of the box. Normally there's a mat on that turntable. But the way they have everything packed up, I'm gonna go ahead and just assume everything's in there for now, and I'll come back and revisit that and take it out fully later. But we got a turntable in its original box. This one says stereo integrated amplifier. Let's open that up and have a look. Oftentimes you find the turntable, but you don't find the amp to go along with it. So here we go. We got the whole amp and the whole deal. I'm going to pull this out and have a better look at it. Okay, cool. This is an NAD brand. It's the 3155 series, which was their top of the line amplifier that they made at the time. And this is still considered a good hi-fi unit for people that are into listening to their stereo or records and good quality sound. Still sells for around, it looked like with the box, probably $300 to $350. So between that and the goalie mask, I'm almost already clear, and I still have the whole rest of the pile to go through too. Look, there's a CD player, a cassette deck, linear phase cassette deck. And then these speakers, which, if memory serves, Magnaplaner is a pretty good brand. I think these are those really slim speakers. Yeah, Magnaplane, made in Minnesota. These were a hi-fi sort of speaker, and this one is the black with wood sides. These can be worth a bit of money. I don't know if anybody watching at home knows what the Magnaplaner speakers go for, but I do remember them being fairly good. So some really decent hi-fi gear out of this batch, and a good amplifier, decent turntable, nice speakers, pretty good setup. And they all have their boxes too. Okay, we'll work our way, what do we have in the bag? Some military hats. RCAF, Royal Canadian Air Force. That looks like police almost. No. It's got the cannon on it, so that's probably artillery or army. So a few RCAF hats. Oh, actually, is there another one in here? Service caps. What are the sweaters? Or is this a jersey? What is this? Front wing. This looks like a school sweater. Or, one way to tell how old something is like this, you look at the label. Can't really tell from, to me it's looking like it's kind of 1950s era. And then you look at the zipper. Almost all new zippers have YKK on them. This one says Opti. Mind you, zipper could have been replaced. But there's some kind of old school sweater there. That's kind of neat. And what's this one? Another one. Club. EPL's Club. Number 18. So like an old football jersey or something. Smaller size. But people do buy old sports gear and old jerseys. Those do sell. Okay, oh, is that it for that bag? Oh, there's something else in the bottom of it. It's a cloth. And it is, oh, it's another cap. It's another RCAF cap. So they always gave these type of caps to like soda jerks in the 50s. Freshen up your soda, mister. It's like, you didn't enlist. You just got hired here. You shouldn't get a serviceman's cap, but yet they gave those guys those old lieutenants military-style caps. You know, like I saw a post online that said that the garbage workers in New York get like a full military uniform. I guess, make it official, right? Okay, in this box, we have, I recognize this guy. That's Howdy Doody. It's Howdy Doody time. Oh, he's missing his jaw's in there. Poor Howdy. His lower jaw, you've been de-jawed. What did you say that got them angry? I told the truth. So we got a Howdy Doody, which my dad had one of these things. They're like a composite sort of, almost like a paper mache kind of head, and they're very fragile. You can see this one's got a hairline crack around it. A hairline crack, but not through the hairline. See if we can get him fixed up a little bit. You know, probably 20 years ago, that would have been a lot more collectible than it is now. Now there's just not as many people out there into the Howdy Doody stuff. And it looks like a hat. Don't remember him wearing a hat like that, but what do we have here? This tiny little book. What's in the tiny little book? Strength of materials list, durability of iron. Oh, it's like a little engineer's handbook. It's neat. I love trinket boxes. All the little, what we in this business call smalls. Kind of a neat cigar box. Matchbook cover. It's got sort of a pinup girl on the front of it. And then you've got your badges and pins, military, buckles. So obviously some service there. A little wallet. Anything in it? Nope. Nothing in it. What is this? Golden match. Made in England. Let me open this up. Are they matches? Oh no, these are tiny little darts. Itsy bitsy tiny little darts. Don't know what, don't worry boys, I've brought my own. And you pull out darts that are that big. Marbles. Cigarette tins. Appear to be new, or newer, and empty. Let's see. Sounds like marbles. Yep, and it is. Some dice. Some really old marbles can be quite collectible. Well, this isn't what it says it is. Open this up and see what's inside. Woo! I'll grab my box cutter and we'll open that up. Oh, I know. You guys probably know what those are. I can see them pouring out there. These are Jell-O pudding coins. Used to, if you bought pudding at a certain period of time in the 60s, you get one of those coins in each box. Somebody ate a lot of pudding. I mean, it was the 50s. They've got the whole set, I think, in there, and the holder. Let me get that out all the way. So there was not just one of these Jell-O coin containers. Oh, look, there's a whole bunch that fell down inside here, too. You got to match them up with the colors. Purple goes in purple, and blue goes in blue. Anyway, I think this is, if not a complete set, a near complete set. And the other one I got was the airplanes. And it also looks to be a complete or near complete set as well. Oh, there was a period these were a little more collectible. But they're still collectible. People still like these things, you know. It falls in the category almost of like sports cards or non-sports cards. It's one of those sort of things, you know. Try and complete the whole set. Look for the ones that are missing. Nice to get the holders with them too. These should probably sell for, you know, $40 a piece, something like that, maybe a bit better. I'll be surprised and delighted to see what these go for. I'm going to make sure all the coins are in the right spot and get those ready to go. This box, open this up. We have records, 45 RPM records. And see, what kind of music were we listening to? Dire Straits. Battered Wives. Devo. Huh, these are picture sleeves. So a little alternative rock. Out of Luck, Quintessence Records, BC. I'm probably gonna have to look some of these up. Blues Brothers and stuff, the common ones, but some of the picture sleeves can be quite good. Bruce Springsteen. Martha and the Muffins. So this is like that 80s new wave kind of alternative David Bowie and Bing Crosby. Oh, rum-pa-pum-pum, Beatles. Picture sleeves are always a little bit harder to find. Normally you just get like a regular sort of cover. This one is a Beatles Inner Light, Lady Madonna on Apple logo, one of their last. And then you've got the picture sleeves like the David Bowies, and those are gonna be a little bit better. Mick Jagger, David Bowie, so obviously a David Bowie fan. And there's lots of David Bowie fans out there, so lucky for me, that stuff should all sell good. I'm surprised I'm not seeing Talking Heads in here. Actually, good selection of music. So some decent stuff. I'll have to go through a bit more. I'm sure some people watching at home might know the value of some of these guys. Oh, wait a minute. The Ruddles. It's the fake Beatles. That's, was it Eric Idle? Was he in that? The Ruttles. That's funny. Okay, some interesting stuff in there anyway. And here is one of the little Crosley turntables that comes in kind of a suitcase, like a little USB portable turntable. This, if it's working, I'll have to check it out, is something that my daughter put on her Christmas wish list. And in fact, she has both the birthday and Christmas coming up. So that I might have to set aside for her because she was asking for a turntable and she has the space in her room for something like that. She wouldn't have the space for a big component set up. But that might end up finding a home in our home with my daughter. So set this one aside, and I'll have to keep it hidden and out of view so she doesn't see it and I don't spoil Christmas. I have to find a good hiding spot for that. But she did actually ask for one of those, so that's handy for me. Titans vinyl figures, Ghostbusters. Okay. So we got a whole bunch of these little Ghostbuster figures, and they were $13 each. Said they've all been opened up. A little Ghostbuster car. Kind of miss my Ghostbuster car. For those of you who've been on the channel for a while, I used to have an old ambulance I used to drive around with the Ghostbusters gear on it. It's kind of neat. So there's a whole little selection of these vinyl figures at $13 a pop. You know, there's definitely probably a couple $100 they spent on these. What I'll get out of it, I don't know, but that's cool. And vinyl pop figures, I've definitely had experience with these things. And there's still Monty Python and the Holy Grail. We've got Howard the Duck. Allison Hendricks from Orphan Black. Some of these I'm familiar with and some I'm not super familiar with. Bill from Kill Bill. So pretty varied selection of these things. Black Knight. A whole bunch of these pop vinyl figures. These can really vary in price, and there's actually an online price guide you can go to and look up the individual prices of these things as they become discontinued. People who collect them look for the ones they're missing. There might be a few goodies in here. So I'll do a little exploration on those. I know new, what are these? Probably $15 each, something like that. So even without knowing the individual value of these, the value of what they're at right now for collectability, definitely a few $100s worth of these pop vinyl figures in that one box alone. So making our way down the table, we've got camera cases, and yes, there are cameras inside. We got an Olympus 35mm with lenses. Got a pair of binoculars. These are Agfa German binoculars. And a flash. So that's probably the whole camera kit for that one Olympus camera. Got, it looks like a Polaroid land camera. Yep, that's what it is. Polaroid camera. In the case. All good sellable stuff. Cameras always sell. Camera on lens case. What do we have in here? More cameras or Asahi Pentax? That's just tiny. What is this? Oh, it's one of those cute little Auto 110s. They're almost like micro size cameras from back in the day, and that must be the whole kit for it. So the lenses, the accessories, the auto winder. It looked like that was an auto winder in there, right here. Well, those are fun. I've always been able to sell these, and some of them can be quite valuable too. 35mm cameras are still very much used by folks, especially if you like shooting film. Pentax is a really good brand to have. So nice little kit there, and some accessories like tripods and stuff on the bottom. Another little camera. It's an old Instamatic. The box next to it is actually bursting with camera gear as well. So we've got more lenses, zoom lenses. No camera. Is it in there? Nope, that just appears to be lenses in this one. But there's a camera. Nikon? I've got that Nikon camera. Gonna take a photograph. Look at that. AF F401X. That's probably like a 1990s Nikon. That would have been a very expensive camera at the time. And it's got a nice little carry case and a whole pile of accessories. And actually, look, there's another camera. And another camera, and another camera, and a camera for you, and a camera for you. Another Pentax, Asahi Pentax. Great cameras. So I've got quite a bit of camera gear in this box. What else is in here? That looks like a little brownie. Bakelite brownie camera. Oh, look, there's money. Or is it? No. Panchromatic. It's film. It looked like a roll of nickels. Anything underneath this? Nope. Okay, still lots of good camera stuff. This is an empty bin, file cabinet, nothing in it. And we've got some binders of cards. Star Trek Collector's Album, 25th anniversary trading cards. So we've got what looks like the whole set of these, and then this is like the release date 1994. 6 cards per pack, 36. Suggested retail $1.29 a pack. So we got that set. There's another Star Wars set, or I said the wrong thing. Star Trek. Don't hold that against me. Another Star Trek set. So there's several Star Trek card sets in here from the 90s. I forgot Whoopi Goldberg was on Star Trek. So, definitely a Star Trek fan. What do we have here? This one says hockey. Is it? No. It's more Star Trek. And I don't know what the significance is of this set. I guess it's just different series. Well, that's like the animated series. Star Trek kind of through the ages. Skybox Master Series. So lots of Star Trek cards from the looks of things. Binder after binder after binder. Yep, that's Star Trek. That's Star Trek. So lots of Star Trek cards. A little box here. Oh, what do we have here? A spam fishing lure. Oh, oh, fish can't read. They're not going to know it's going to taste like Spam. I think that's something you would get at maybe like a gift shop or something. I don't know if does anybody know if you put Spam on the end of a fishing lure, does it work? Would it attract fish? I would think so. We got some car cufflinks. I should probably check and see if those have a gold stamp on them. Sometimes things like this, I might need my loop. It's got a stamp on the side of some kind. But if those are gold, those might be all right. Got some old pocket watches. We got a Waltham, missing its crystal. We got an Admiral. That one's kind of tangled. An old digital watch. Ricoh alarm calendar. Another, oh, this is a sidewinding watch. That's interesting. Another, say, Admiral watch company on it. Sidewinding pocket watch. This looks like a little compass, maybe. Or a pocket ashtray. Let's open it up and find out. No, it's a compass. Luminescent compass. Black dial. A lot of times there'd be a mirror on the inside too, so you could signal people or start a fire or whatever. It's a nice little Canadian Air Force lighter and a Zippo. Yeah, it's a Zippo. Zippo brand for those Zippo collectors out there. Player's extra light. It looks like a lighter, but it's not. It's actually measuring tape. Just sort of a novelty promotional thing they would have put out. There's another advertising lighter, Winston. No brand name on it, but Winston cigarette lighter. Probably from the 60s or 70s. Got a little Gillette razor. I should get the pocket watch. Oh, it has a knife attached to the end of it. There's a crystal for that big guy right there. It's a little yellowed though. Couple wristwatches. What do we have? Bulova and Caravel, which is a offshoot of Bulova. $195. Pendant watch, gold. And then we've got freshwater pearl earrings, $89. Silver Surfer wristwatch, Universal Studios Japan, $19.99. Lady Seiko watch, $19.92. Says value $210. Well, it'd be hard to get that much money for it now, but and a little 14 karat gold filled pocket knife. Neat little box. Mint julep. Glamour Girl series. I said stick that on the bumper of your car or something. Okay, that was a fun box. Here we've got some loose cards. Cassie Campbell. And she played on Team Canada. It's autographed. We've got Bobby Orr, Hall of Famer, autographed picture. Mike Bossy, autograph. Must have been from a, it looks like these are from General Motors, so it must have been a promotional thing that GM was doing at a time. Nancy Drollett, Olympic Heroes. More cards. More, these are Marvel. Superman, Spider-Man, non-sports cards. There's a pile of non-sports cards. Batman. Which Batman is it though? Oh, they're all sort of tied together. Probably in lieu of having binders, I guess what they did is they kind of strung it together with a little cord. But yeah, they got a Batman set. That looks like the Val Kilmer Batman. 1990s kind of era. Okay. Now I'm second guessing myself. Val Kilmer was Batman, wasn't he? At one point, was he that? Or maybe that's not Val Kilmer. Who is that? Doesn't it look like? I got to get up to speed with my Batman. Is this the one that had Jim Carrey in it? Yeah, it is. Tommy Lee Jones. Apparently, when they were filming this, yeah, there's Jim Carrey there. That's this one. Apparently when they were filming this, Tommy Lee Jones was sitting at a restaurant. You've probably heard this story. He was sitting by himself at a restaurant, and Jim Carrey saw him over there, and he went, oh, I'm going to go say hi. Jim Carrey walks up to Tommy Lee Jones, and Tommy Lee Jones' face turns white, and he whispers in Jim Carrey's ear, I hate you, I can't stand you. And Jim Carrey's like, okay, well, what's the deal? Like, how can we fix this? And he's just said, I can't justify your antics. So I guess Jim Carrey, or Tommy Lee Jones, not a fan of Jim Carrey's. But I am a fan of that car. Look, they gave him a Jag, like an XK120 or something. I remember that from in the movie. Neat. Okay, sports cards. We've non-sports cards. We've got sports autographs, camera gear, some figures, a ton of stereo equipment. And I didn't even go through the stuff at the end here. This was just a brand new printer. Like, it's literally a brand new HP printer that hasn't been used. So I'm sure somebody will want that. This. Let's see, what do we have in here? Oh, this is the Deep Space Nine. This is Star Trek stuff. Micro Machine Star Trek. Itsy bitsy little Star Trek. Look at that. Oh, that's the stand for it. I best put that back in there. But this is all Micro Machine Star Trek stuff. Definitely a Trekkie. We got a Technics quartz synthesizer stereo tuner. Put that with the stereo gear up top there. We got a tuner. Fuddruckers Cheeseburger in Paradise, Asheville, North Carolina. That's somewhat terrifying. Oh, I wonder if this was one of the airplanes that the fellow flew, since I had all those RCAF caps. It's a good picture, actually. I think that is an actual military release, official press kind of photo. That's neat. The bare facts on Theodore. Rolling Stones, Bridges to Babylon. These are all ticket stubs. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Well, and backstage kind of passes. Elton John. Roger Waters' The Wall. I guess these aren't backstage passes, but they are passes. And these must be all the concert shirts. Yeah, look. Elvis Costello and the Imposters Now and Then tour. And all these old concert shirts can be pretty collectible. Elton John, Roger Waters. Look at this. It's just a whole pile of concert shirts. Surprisingly, some of these can be worth quite a bit of money each. I don't know who this one is. I don't recognize that. Does it say on the back? Sometimes you're lucky enough it'll say on the back. Oh, David Byrne. That's Talking Heads David Byrne. Should have known he'd have an interesting cover. What year was this? It doesn't show the year. That's got to be an oddball piece. The graphics on it like that. What size are these? Oh, size is worn. Looks like about a large. Gosh, did I just come across a whole massive assortment of concert shirts all wrapped? There's just tons of them in here. Elton John Yellow Brick Road Tour. And then you've got passes and the stubs to go with it. Silver Surfer t-shirt. Vintage. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of good vintage clothes in here. They did say there might be some old t-shirts, so I'm glad that they're actually cool old t-shirts. Look at this. What is this? What is this? What on earth is this? It looks very kind of spacey 70s arcade kind of vibes, this shirt. But is it a concert shirt? Fruit of the Loom. Does it say? Oh, it's just Silver Surfer. It's a silver surfer shirt. But that's got to be old. Made in the USA. 80s maybe? 90s? Pretty cool. Extra large. Well, that's it, guys. Everything is loaded up in the truck, and I'm on my way to the auction house to roll the dice and see what I'm going to get out of the stuff that I bought today. What do you think? Did I do okay? Was a $650 US or $900 Canadian investment worth it for that pile of stuff? I think so. What do you think the best items were? In my opinion, probably, I would say the box of concert t-shirts has a lot of potential. Maybe the high-end speakers. I don't know. What do you guys think was the best thing that came out of today? Let me know in the comments below. As for me, I'm going to go offload. I'm going to go and get this stuff in the auction house, and we're going to see how it all pans out in the end. But another fun episode, another good batch of stuff from an estate sale. And yeah, if you're out there picking and looking for stuff, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open for sales in your area. I get phone calls like this on occasion to come and pick stuff up, and I'm glad that I did today. So guys, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you all soon, and as always, bye for now. Oh, subscribe and like if you haven't done that already too. Bye guys.